Hey guys, welcome to a short little video tutorial that is dedicated to writing like an exercise physiologist and maintaining scientific integrity. So often in the physiological literature you'll see things like VO2 max being written in this format, even though most individuals will tend to write it like this. They are not equal. This one, or this version over here, is the one that is actually scientifically correct. The dot on top of the V is indicative of it being related to time, which in essence makes it a rate, right? It's the volume of oxygen that is being taken up, right? The rate at which it's being taken up. The subscript on the 2 of the 2 on the 0 on the O is related to the chemical representation of a gaseous molecule. So you often see a subscript 2 in terms of O2, CO2, so on and so forth. I've just given a small little sentence here to show how I can modify the autocorrect procedures in something like a word processor such as Microsoft Word to give it in this format if I just write it in the normal conventional format. So for example, in a homogeneous group of individuals, their finishing time of a race was directly correlated to their, and then I'm just going to put in VO2 max. And then the moment that I press the spacebar, it's going to change it from this format into that format. Okay. On further analysis of the end tidal volumes at the gas exchange threshold, their PET O2, so I want to change it from that format into one that's more scientifically correct, increases while their PET CO2, again hit the spacebar and it's going to correct it for me. PET CO2 remained unchanged, right? If I'm talking about cardiac output, and that's represented with a Q and a dot on top, if I just type in Q dot, it's going to change it for me, right? In terms of minute ventilation, it's a V with a dot on top and a subscript E. So the moment that I hit the spacebar, it's going to change it for me, right? So there's a whole bunch. VCO2, VO2, VO2 max, VO2 peak, minute ventilation, cardiac output, AVO2 difference. This is how I want it to look. By simply typing this, I can get it to look like that. So just to kind of demonstrate it for a second, if I just type VCO2, you'll see it's changed. If I type VO2, it's changed. If let's try the AVO2 difference, AVO2 and diff. So simply by me typing that, it's going to change it to that format. Okay, pretty cool. So what I'm going to show you guys quickly is how do you get to doing that. So first you have to edit it to the format that you want it. So you go to equations. Let's take the VCO2 as an example. I want a subscript in there, okay, and then I want the V to have a dot on top, so I click there. It's an accent, so there's various accents that you can have, and this one I want a dot, so there I just want a capital V. Then press the spacebar to the right, because if I press CO2, I don't want the CO2 to share that dot with the V. And then I just put a 2 in the subscript. Alright, so I highlight this to make sure that the full thing is highlighted. There we go. Then go to File, Options, and Proofing, because I wanted to have that format every single time, in essence, that the computer autocorrects it for me. Go to Autocorrect Options. You'll see that it's kind of in a rough format that I wanted. If I go to Formatted Text, it changes to exactly what I wanted. And I wanted to format it this way every single time that I write VCO2. Okay, you can see mine's already there. You would simply press, this option would be an add option, you add it, and then you just press OK. Cool, and then you press OK again, and now it will be part of your autocorrect options. So every single time that you press VCO2, it's going to autocorrect it to your prescribed format. You'd go through the list and try and add all of these. Just an additional one when it comes to referencing. So if I wanted to say Buchheit and others et al, I wanted to normally format to that so that I can in essence keep writing. Something that you have to be careful with, I normally write in a different font, so mine is auto-corrected to that specific font. So you can see here, this is Calibri Light, whereas the text was Calibri Body. So just be aware of that and change it to the same kind of format or font size when you do your automation, your proofing, and so on and so forth. But in essence, you can see I just typed in et al dot, and it'll type in an et al in cursive or italicized with followed by a comma, and then it's normal non-italicized script again. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. I thought it was pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. So good luck.